a lot of fun to cover because there was you had that kind of never know what you were going to get. And I'm not even talking about with the negative stuff with him and the stuff that Auburn obviously wanted him to avoid. I'm just talking about the way the dude played and the way he carried himself.
And he would run hot and cold, but when he was out there enjoying himself,
yeah,
I mean
his good was very good.
Yeah, and I think that it was sort of palpable. Like in the arena, like it was infectious, the way that.
Oh, he was perfect for Auburn.
Yeah.
Especially that crowd and that fan base. And I know the ejections and the texts and stuff and the other stuff with Chad. I know that rubbed a section of the fan base the wrong way. But even still, like this was when we talk about Auburn 2 years ago and especially this past season, the villain mode that they would take on. Especially for other teams, like you couldn't get more villainous than Chad Baker-Mazara. I'm not saying he was a dirty player or anything like that, he's not Grayson Allen out there. Hear me say that, but I do think this was a dude that if you hated him, if he could feel that, he was going to channel that. And on the flip side, in home games, he fed off that crowd as well. I mean, you think about the popcorn or the fries or whatever it was. You think about him going crazy with the fans on the sidelines, like that was Chad, and it was a really good way to, I don't know, it's just, he fit Auburn and he fit this coaching staff really, really well because, again, Bruce Pearl being the player coach he is, the assistants he has on his staff, not everybody would have let Chad cook the way he did and handle it for 2 seasons, but Auburn did and got a lot of positive out of it.
And sure, I mean, he had, I think on the court, his role was, over these last couple seasons, he was at times sort of the Pippen to Janai's Michael Jordan as far as like needing to be the guy who could provide the spark, even if you weren't the first guy on the scouting report for the other team. You needed to be incredibly important. And he also brought a little bit of that Rodman Artest edge to a team that needed it. And
he would have fit so well in some of those 80s and 90s NBA teams.
Yeah.
Just that bad boy mentality.
And I think it's I mean,
Also, I'll say this. By all accounts, with hearing people talk about him on the team, great teammate, a guy an energy guy, a guy that would step up and speak. And yes, there were some times where he bumped heads with coaches. There were some very prevalent times where things that he did on the floor were harmful to Auburn. But you always heard about Auburn, the coaches and the players, his teammates always having his back because they knew he had their back. Like that was a cool relationship to see.